Some more breaking news. This is sort of connecting with what we've just broken for our viewers, as this time it is the Indian Chief of Defence Staff who's flagging major new threats for India. We're talking about CDS Anil Chauhan. He has said that the convergence between China, Pakistan and Bangladesh has implications for the regional stability. Remember, we do know how this economic distress in major players like Bangladesh or Pakistan in the Indian Ocean region, we are talking about these two countries particularly, has given these outside powers, like we just mentioned, Turkey, China, to leverage their influence through debt diplomacy, creating those vulnerabilities for India. But to discuss this further, let's bring in our defense correspondent Akash Sharma, who's with us on the broadcast. Akash, how does one see and read this statement by CDS?
Right. So CDS was speaking in an event yesterday, Griha, and he was talking about the scenarios that we have faced in the last few months, specifically during the time when Operation Sindoor was launched. And CDS was talking about the kind of equipment and platforms that were used by Pakistan, the Chinese platform and equipment, also the conditions. You rightly pointed out, he in fact talked about, the sort of bond that we are seeing between China, Pakistan and Bangladesh. And CDS somewhere highlighted that how this particular, bond can have security implications, in the region, specifically the stability and the dynamics that we see at this point in time. You must be remembering the time when Deputy Chief of Army Staff categorically mentioned that how 80% of the Chinese, in fact, 80% of the military hardware in Pakistan is from China, is of Chinese origin. And now CD is somewhere reiterating, what Deputy Chief said, that how Chinese equipment and platforms are not just used, but there is a sort of, bond and a dynamics that is much visible. And in fact, Bangladesh is the new partner, and he somewhere talked about the implications that the region, can see in nearby future. Also, Griha, it is important to mention that CDS somewhere talked about the nuclear deterrence as well. You must be remembering that this was for the very first time when the two nuclear states, were involved in any sort of military activities. This time around, CDS mentioned that how nuclear weapons are, tools for deterrence and not for war fighting. Mm-hmm. And this time around, India has, clarified that it will not be deterred by nuclear blackmail that Pakistan, has been trying for years. CDS was quite clear that India, showed its dominance in military power. One, secondly, it is not going to, be deterred by the nuclear blackmail.
Right, Akash, thank you so much for all of those details there. We are, in fact, going in.